International Overwatch League Miners. I am your host, Queenie. Hello, welcome. Today for Season 5, Week 2, Tier 1, we have Ohana Vipers versus Zomnics. Super excited about this game. Let's go ahead and hop in to Busan since both teams are ready to go.
Now traveling to Busan. Initiating match.
Okay, 20 seconds to go while we assemble our teams here. Let's go ahead and take a beautiful view of this map. I do have to say, these mountains and all of these trees with these fall colors are absolutely gorgeous. And here we go. Let's see our starting lineups. Looks like we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a mirror here with the tank lineup, running Brian Zarya for both Ohana and Zomnics. But it looks like Ohana is going to be running the Ash Soldier with a Lucio Anna. And on Zomnic's side, we are running Junkrat Cassidy with a Mercy Lucio.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
And here we go. Both teams are off. They're both running a Lucio, so let's see who can make it to this point first. Looks like Zomnix is taking the long way around as Ohana go ahead and touches this point first. Both barriers are destroyed for these Reinhardts. Oh, getting low on the Stallion. The point is unlocked. It looks like Ohana is trying their best to capture it first. Oh, and the charge on the Junkrat takes out Junkrat. Oh, but Stallion falls to Ninja. And it does look like Zomnix has a little bit of a comeback here with 4 people on the point and takes point first.
Come out and face me.
Let's get you back out there.
Do have ults coming online for both of these teams. We've got Cassidy's ult coming out of dance here very soon. He has to kind of go back to his team since the Lucio did spot him. Oh, a big shatter and a high noon in play. Oh, big high noon coming out of Dancing Andy. Yes. Zarya here coming out of garbage has maximum charge. Looks like Ohana's going to have to do a little bit of regroup here. They do have several ults coming online. Looks like they're deciding to take this a long way around here. Stallion's gonna go ahead and engage here. Zarya right next to him. Oh, but we see Tyre coming in. Tyre dancing around Reinhardt. Oh, a big stun on that Reinhardt. We see Beat coming out along with Soldier's ult. Mercy tries to get the res and does get the res. Zomnics doing absolutely wonderful here, keeping this point. Stallion decides to throw his shatter. Ohana finally touching this point. Stallion here swinging his hammer, does get a couple of kills. Overtime is on the clock. Stallion trying to get that Mercy, does get the Mercy. Junkrat still on this point, keeping it contested. Oh, but finally falls, and it looks like Ohana is going to go ahead and cap this point. 99-0. Ohana still in the game.
Move to the beat. Get behind.
Oh, a big shatter coming out of Zomnics. Oh, and then Nana on the Stallion, but Tyre is coming. Tyre does get the Zarya, and another shatter here of this nanoed Reinhardt. Oh, but Zomnics is touching the point. Reinhardt is on the point. We see the charge on Kitty. Junkrat gets taken out. It is just the Reinhardt and that Mercy and the Lucio. Oh, big sleep on the Reinhardt. Reinhardt still swinging his hammer, trying to get these supports down. High Noon coming into play out of dancing. Does get Cookie. There's still plenty of time in this game as Ohana is at almost 80% on this point, but Zomnics is 99, so all Zomnics has to do is one good team wipe here and get this point. We do have grab coming out of garbage. Oh, the charge on the Reinhardt. Oh, gets stunned out of his shatter. That was a beautiful stun coming out of dancing. We see the soldier ult coming out of Cookie. Oh, but he gets stunned as well. Dancing doing absolutely beautiful. Oh, grab on the point but doesn't get anybody. It is in overtime, 99% to 99%. Oh, and Ohana takes the first map of the Busan series.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
I could have used a little more time to get ready.
I'm ready for some barbecue.
Yes, Reinhardt, we're all ready for some barbecue.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Do see a couple of switches. Cookie decides to go with the Junkrat instead of the soldier.
Enemy contact.
Big fire strike on that. People are getting killed left and right here, but it looks like that Zomnics is up on manpower here. Oh, the Zarya in the trap, but is able to take out that Ana. Zomnics does cap the point first as Ohana does a little regroup here. Ohana opts for the double shield here as they make their way to point. Oh, we see a big tire coming out of Cookie and gets both tanks down for Zomnics. And all of Zomnics here is falling. And Ohana takes capture of the point. High Noon coming from the high ground. Gets Cookie. Well, Ash almost gets that Junkrat so low, but Junkrat doing a good job of hiding here. Just waiting for the peak to come. There's a full-out battle on the point. Oh, but two of Ohana falls. A Bob comes into play, but is sort of blocked by these pillars here. Coalescence comes into play to try to keep Ohana up. And Ohana is able to keep this point. Zomnics has 4 ults. Oh, and here comes the Tire. Tire does get Cookie. Big shatter coming out of Ohana. We see Bongos coming out of Ohana as well. Beat comes out for Zomnics. We have a grab on the point and window on the point as well. So both teams, the battle out is 99 to 38%. And it looks like Zomnics is going to go ahead and capture this point back. Sending Ohana back to spawn for a regroup. They did have to use a lot of ults in that play, leaving them with Reinhardt and hopefully soon here with Cassidy. See Cookie with Tire here on the high ground. And here it comes, straight down to point. Let's see if it gets anybody. And it gets two. Two take it out from Zomnics. Reinhardt charges on the point but gets stunned. The shatter is blocked by Stallion. It looks like Ohana goes ahead and takes this point back. And they win Busan. It is now 1-0 Ohana Vipers.
Play of the game.
Beautiful job coming out of both of these teams. Such back and forth and alt economy, just absolutely wonderful. Take a minute here and switch the map and see if there is any switches coming out of these teams as we go into the second map of the series for week 2, which is Havana. We will also be on EU ping, giving Ohana a little bit of a up here. It does look like we do have a couple of switches, so just give me a few minutes here to make these switches. Oops. Okay, we have a couple of switches coming out of Zomnics as well. Kitty will be moving to tank, and we will be bringing in bees. Okay, I think all of this switches are in. Let me double check and make sure both teams are ready. And we have the okay out of Zomnics, just waiting on Ohana Vipers. Okay, both of these teams are ready, so we will be jumping into Havana.
Traveling to Havana. Initiating launch.
In all the games we have casted so far, Havana has been a very exciting map throughout all tiers for week 2. So I am super excited to see what Ohana and Zomnics brings to play here.
Ready for battle.
Okay, it looks like we've got our starting lineup out of Ohana running the double shield with the Sigma Orisa. Echo and Soldier for DPS with a Mercy BAP for support. And coming out of Zomnics, we are running the Orisa Diva with a Soldier Cassidy and a Mercy Moira. Gotta get plenty of heals pumped in on this attack running that Mercy and Moira.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming.
It looks like Ohana's having a little bit of trouble to figure out where they're gonna set up here. They do opt to taking the corner here, holding a little bit further back, giving Zomnics plenty of room here to push.
Observe the barrier. Barrier unstable.
Ohana doing an absolutely beautiful job with this shield rotation here. Oh, and a big pick on Kitty here. And they get the res. Orisa is back into the game. Immortality comes into play to try to protect Ohana a little bit here. We've got Baby Diva here. She is demexed, but she's here trying to take out this soldier here in the back line. Getting a lot of pressure on Cookie. Cookie is getting very low. Oh, and tries to get the remech, but gets taken out.
I'm still new at this.
Damage systems included.
Moving up.
Going free.
Activating the barrier. Let them up.
Oh, we see the soldier ult coming into play, taking out 3, possibly 4. Diva gets remexed and taken out as well. A big ult coming out of Cookie.
Mobility increased.
Enemies in our orbit. Barrier unstable.
Well, and Kitty gets taken out. Oh, High Noon coming into play and does take Cookie out. Oh, but they do get the res on Cookie.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Diva.
I could use some assistance.
Nerf this.
Take cover.
Echo Bomb takes out 3. That is a big bomb coming out of Echo. Ohana doing absolutely beautiful, keeping Zomnics back, not allowing them to get any more room than they let them have.
60 seconds remaining.
60 seconds left on the clock. Zomnics has to figure out how they can push this point.
Heal up here.
Zomnics has several alts coming online. They decided to use bongos from Ohana. Silver uses sights, or not sights, uses soldier alt here. Taking out several. Zomnics is finally able to push Ohana back. Immortality comes into play just to give a little bit of cover there. As Zomnics has 10 seconds left on the clock, they are able to push it to the point.
Not ready.
A little bit of a slow start here to begin with, but hey, slow and steady sometimes wins the race. The big pick there on Stallion. Mercy trying to get the res. Oh, Mercy gets taken out, but does get the res on Stallion. They're still down 1 support. Window does come into play. We have another soldier ult line coming online, and they do get the res on the soldier.
Freak up here. Activating the barrier.
Team up for special.
Ohana still doing beautiful with this shield management. We do see bongos coming into play for Ohana. See Coalescence coming into play. And Soldier ult coming into play out of Zomnics. Soldier is able to take 2 as they push this point. 60 seconds left on the clock. Reaper is going to go ahead and push on this Sigma. Oh, Sigma gets hooked. The Mercy is alone there. And Mercy gets taken out as well. Looks like Zomnics is going to be able to push to this point, but it looks like Ohana, a little bit of Ohana. Oh, but Cookie gets taken out by Silver. Stallion decides to touch the point and throw out Immortality just to hold it, keep it contested for a little while, but the rest of the team is slowly to make it here. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Ohana has touched the point. Zomnics trying to do everything they can to get to the second point. Oh, big Blossom coming out of Zomnics, but it only takes 1. Both these Mercies doing absolutely beautiful here with Valkyrie. See Whole Hog come into play. Window comes into play for Ohana. Soldier ult comes into play but gets taken out. Echo copies Soldier. Oh, but Payload was able to reach the checkpoint. Echo gets taken out pretty early by falling off the map.
60 seconds remaining.
60 seconds left on the clock. There's still plenty of time here.
Not ready. This will heal you. Get into position.
Cease your resistance.
Silver using his ult does take out one.
Establishing defense point.
Dancing Andy has his ult as well. Oh, but gets booped off by the Ashe. And he uses his ult, taking out the Diva, but gets taken out himself. Oh, garbage in with the res. Ten seconds left on the clock, and they just have inches left to go. See Whole Hog coming into play as well as Valkyrie. Whole Hog takes out two, Soldier takes out one. Zomnics has enough on this point. Lucio's still on point trying to contest.
Let me get you patched up.
And they are able to get it to the third checkpoint. Slow and steady wins the race.
Sides. Initiating match.
Zomnics was able to get it to third point into overtime. So let's see if their defense is just as good as their attack as we switch sides and see Ohana on attack.
Ready for battle.
It is not.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
A lovely day for field research.
20 seconds left on the clock to get ready, and we do see our lineup already for defense. Running the double shield Sigma Orisa with a Soldier Mei and a Mercy Lucio. And on attack, we are running the Orisa Zarya with a Hanzo Soldier and a Mercy Ana.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Little quick Maywall cutting off the Mercy and Zarya from the rest of their team.
Engaging the enemy.
Orisa for Zomnics getting very low here. Ohana backing up a little bit as they lose a couple of people here, but they get the res on Cookie.
Lethal force authorized.
This may be an absolutely a pest to Ohana. But we see several alts coming out online. Oh, Mei ult comes out online, but Mei gets taken down. And the res on the Mei. Cookie taking out 2. 3.
I have your back.
Oh, and the big res on the Orisa. Ohana is not leaving anybody behind here. You see bongos coming out for Zomnics side. The bee's getting very low and gets taken out as they reach to the first point.
Oh, turn it up.
Establishing defense point.
Both DPS drop for Ohana side. We see another Mei ult coming into play here. Mercy trying to do her best to get away from the soldier. Oh, but gets taken out. We see several ults coming online from both sides here. We've got Flex, Soldier ult, and Nano for Ohana's side. And then we have Flex, Soldier ult coming up very soon, and Lucio's ult.
I'm under attack.
I recommend team up for special attack.
See bongos coming into play for Ohana here. Oh, big Flux here along with the Soldier ult. And a Nano's there with to try to keep her alive.
This will help.
Enemy spotted.
Ohana has to back out here.
What is everyone doing? We need to move.
Healing enough.
Take your medicine.
Bring up here.
We still have Flux and Soldier ult and Bob coming online here for Ohana. And on Zomnics we have Bongos, Valkyrie, and Beat. Bongos does come into play here out of Bees.
I've got you in my sights.
See Soldier all coming into play, does take gold. Oh, but he gets taken out by Bees.
Heroes never die.
Valkyrie was used by both teams.
I require a damage.
Cookie taking out 3, 4. That is a big 5. Big play coming out of Cookie here as he switched from the Soldier to the Junkrat. 30 seconds left on the clock. They start to push this.
Get through this.
Big freeze coming out of the Mei. Oh, but Diva Bomb is ready. And they see 9 the point. Zomnics takes map 2.
Play of the game. Epic.
Job well done.
Okay, as we go back to the lobby, give me 1 second. Let's see if there is any switches coming out of these teams. As I switch the map over to Volskaya. And switch the lobby preference back to NA, which I found it super surprising that Ohana's did an absolutely wonderful job taking that first map on NA and Zomnics taking the second map on an EU ping. I mean, this is just a complete switch coming out of these teams. Like, usually Ohana being an EU team would do better on EU, and Zomnics being an NA would be better on NA, but I mean, roles have been reversed here. So maybe coming into Volskaya being an NA ping, hey, I mean, it's anyone's game. So far, it is tied up 1-1. I do have to mention that Volskaya is one of my favorite 2CP maps. So I am super excited for this game. We are still waiting to see if there is any switches coming out of these teams. Okay, it looks like we have these switches in for both teams. So let me go ahead and make the switches here. Oh, I also forgot. I could have done this earlier. We have to switch all sides. I completely forgot. Please bear with me since I am casting alone and am sort of sick. So I am trying to do the absolute best I can. Okay, now let's go ahead and make these moves. Ninja is coming in for bees. Then we have Silver and Andy staying on DPS, and Bees is coming in for garbage on support. And then over on Ohana's side, we have Stallion and Tragic um, on tank. And then we have um, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but you will be coming in for DPS along with I forget they put that. Oh, Tatty. Tatty will be on DPS as well. And then for support, we will have Danny and Mortis. Sorry if I am butchering your guys' names. Like I said, please forgive me. It looks like we are going to have a quick bathroom break. So again, just please bear with us. Okie dokie, we are back and excited to jump into Volskaya. Both teams are ready, so we will be going right into this. Again, I apologize about the dead air, but we are excited to jump into map 3.
Initiating match.
Okay, as we come up here to assemble our heroes, let's see what we will be getting.
Ready for battle.
Alright, and out of Zomnics side on defense, we are running the Reinhardt Hog tank duo along with a Torb Reaper and a Mercy Lucio. And on attack, coming out of Ohana Vipers, we are running the Reinhardt Diva tank duo with a Junkrat Symmetra and a Lucio Moira. Looks like maybe they're going to try to take the straight to point advantage here with that Symmetra teleporter. So we shall see.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
I will shape
It looks like we're going to go ahead and try to take this. Oh, but Dancing Andy has already fell. Teleporter is up. And we are on point. Sim turrets are out. And, I'm sorry, I can't speak. Zomnics is falling. And it looks like Ohana is going to be able to take this point here.
Fences in place. This will restore you.
That was a very quick cap on Ohana's side.
Objective lost.
With 6 minutes on the clock, you know, I really have to say all of these teams so far that we have casted has had such a strong point A cap that I have ever seen, giving multiple times 6 minutes in the bank. But you know, point B is a lot harder, especially with defense having their spawn so close. It looks like they are going to go ahead and rush the point here. They have the teleporter onto high ground here. Going to try to get the high ground taken care of. Oh, but the Junkrat falls first. Oh, Shatter comes into play. Molten Core comes into play. Shield is now also into play. Another Shatter. And it looks like Zomnics is holding strong here. Coalescence comes into play from Ohana's side. Once again, Zomnics having a very strong hold here, but Ohana is not giving up yet as they start to take this point. You know, they were falling really quickly here in the beginning and just came back so fast. 2 ticks on the clock and they're still here. The Tire comes into play, but Shield is also into play. Let's see if Tire gets anybody. Tire does not get anybody. Both the teams full out fighting here. We see a Bomb on point. Bomb does take the Lucio. Sim does take Mercy. Diva takes Winston, and that was another quick cap coming out of Ohana with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the clock.
0 to 2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
You know, like I mentioned, these caps have been extremely fast. That Sim teleporter came in very handy for Ohana. So I wonder what exactly they're going to run on defense here to try to keep Zomnics from being able to touch this point.
Ready for battle.
And we are ready for battle, and we do have our lineups. It looks like we will be running the Sim Teleporter out of Silver Gold on Zomnics' side, along with a Reinhardt Diva, a Reaper, and a Moira. Don't have our second. Oh, there is our second support as a Mercy. And then on defense, we are running Orisa Diva with a Junkrat Soldier and a Mercy Moira. And it looks like maybe they're going to hold back a little bit further. They're anticipating that teleporter maybe.
2, 1. Attackers in
Yeah, I believe they are anticipating that teleporter, and they're going to go ahead and hold this high ground. Rissa kind of confused where her shield landed, but she found it. And the teleporter is to the high ground. And they decide to just nix that teleporter and take the long way. I think they realize that they are on the high ground, so they have to kind of push them off that high ground before they're able to do anything. And Zomnics is on point, but Diva is there trying to contest it, and Orisa falls and drops up behind. Shields are out. People dying left and right. Mercy does get the res on the Moira. And it looks like Zomnics is having a very easy job of taking this. There's only 2 more left on point. Shield comes into play. Moira and Mercy still here contesting.
Suiting up.
We've got 2 ticks so far.
Now show them.
And 3 ticks, 5 minutes and almost 30 seconds left in the clock for them to push from point B.
Bring it on! I live for this!
This will heal.
Heroes never die.
Junkrat just pelting it through this hallway. Oh, a big tire coming out of Junkrat, and he takes out 3, but they get the res on the Reinhardt. Oh, but he gets taken out again. Zomnics having a little bit of trouble on this point, as Ohana has 4 ults online. They're ready for anything that Zomnics can bring.
My ultimate is ready to be unleashed.
Well, teleporter gets taken out instantly.
Defense matrix activated. Time to raise my APN. I'm going to shoot you down.
Injured again.
Ohana almost having 5 ults online, and Zomnics having 3.
Get through this.
This will heal you. The power of destruction.
Time to raise my APN.
Ohana not ready or willing to give up this point. Oh, we see a bomb from the back line.
Heroes never die.
Taddy does take one out with his soldier ult. We see Tyre coming into play. Tyre doesn't get anybody. We see another bomb on point. Bomb takes out the Moira. Zomnics definitely having to back up and regroup here.
Much better.
This is awesome.
Dancing Andy has to retreat a little bit to get some hills. They do get the, oh, they tried to get the res on the Reinhardt, but unfortunately Mercy gets taken out and Zomnics starts falling left and right. Definitely having a very hard time getting through this defense of Ohana. We do have bongos online for Ohana's side, soon with Soldier ult, and on Zomnic's side we've got Reaper and May coming online here very shortly.
60 seconds remaining.
60 seconds left on the clock. That was a lot of time being ran down here from Zomnics. You know, Ohana really showing a strong defense.
I recommend moving behind my barrier.
Get into position.
30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds left on the clock, and you know, Zomnics has to figure out what they can do. They have got, oh, and here comes the Reaper ult.
Cease your resistance.
May ult coming into play too, but May gets taken out. This is the chance for Zomnics to try to get to this point, but you know, Ohana is just dumping everything they absolutely can.
Exceeding expected combat times. Recording performance of each another.
Weapon systems overloaded. Boosters engaged.
And time runs out, and Ohana takes map 3. It is now 2-1.
Play of the game. Double, triple. Double. Epic.
It's nice to be appreciated.
Okay, as we go back to lobby, let's check to see if there is any switches coming in, as we also switch the map. And if I'm not mistaken, fourth map is Eichenwald, and it will also be an EU ping. You know, like I said, these two teams, you know, Ohana being an EU team and Zomnics being an NA team, it's definitely roles reversed here, because every map that Ohana has won has been on NA ping, and every map that Zomnics has won has definitely been on an EU ping. So it is very interesting. Um, to watch. So we're going to go ahead and switch both sides here. Let me go ahead and switch these names back over as well. I'll switch this one back to Zomnics and switch this one over to Ohana. Okay, let's go ahead and switch these spectators over. Okay, and then get these switches in for these teams. Let's see here. For Ohana Vipers side, we have Stallion and Mortis, I believe. Again, I apologize. See here. Tim's play is gonna come in on DPS with Taddy, and Danny and Raka will be on support. And then over on Zomnics side, we have Kitty and Bees for tank, Silver and Andy for DPS, and Garbage and Robin for support. Okay, let's check to see if both these teams are ready. And then we can hop in to Eichenwald. If you are just tuning in, this is Season 5, Week 2, Tier 1 Ohana Vipers versus Zomnics. And so far it is 2-1 in Ohana Vipers' favor. Okay, we do have the ready out of Zomnics, so we are just waiting on Ohana, and then we can hop straight in to Eichenwald. You know, I really enjoy Eichenwald. It is a great defense, that first point there, for it being a hybrid map, you know. Um, Defense can be extremely strong, so I'm ready to see what Ohana brings. They're maybe going to run that double shield again. They did really well with that double shield in Havana, so I'm wondering if they're going to run double shield again in Eichenwald because, you know, Zomnics had a little bit of trouble with that double shield in the beginning of Havana. So I'm really hoping maybe they might bring something in. Definitely shield break if Ohana decides to run that double shield. I know Dancing Andy and Silver are doing absolutely beautiful on DPS. So I'm super excited to see Zomnics attack and how they go about attacking Ohana's defense. So just excited. Sorry, we are still waiting on the okay out of Ohana, and then we can jump into this. Okay, and there is the okay. So let's jump into Eichenwald. Again, the score is 2-1 in Ohana's favor. This could either be match point or we will be going into a map 5.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Okay, we are ready here. It looks like we do have our starting lineups on defense. We are going with the Orisa Hog, with a Symmetra, Mora, and a Zen. Oh, and there's the Cassidy pick. And on attack, we are running Orisa Hog with a Mei, Mercy, and Lucio. Don't know our second DPS, and there's our second DPS as a Pharah. I think that Pharah pick will definitely come in handy for them here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
My will made real.
Establishing defense point.
Pharah already getting some value out of the sky, but then gets discorded. Having a car wash here on this entry makes it very difficult for Zomnics to be able to get through. Oh, and the hook on the Mei, but Mei is able to get away. See Coalescence coming into play.
Cease your resistance.
They're going around the backside here, and there is the barrage. Doesn't get anybody, but Tim's play on the Cassidy was able to take Pharah out.
Let me get you patched up. Mercy im Bereitschaftsdienst.
Barrier activated.
Like Zomnics is having a little bit of trouble being able to get through this choke.
Let's get you back out there.
Oh, but Danny, both supports down for Ohana's side. A tank down from Ohana's side. And we see High Noon coming into play. And Zomnics is able to touch this point.
I'm on fire.
Like I said in the beginning of Havana as well, you know, slow and steady wins the race. They took their time to be able to get past that choke.
Escort the payload swiftly.
Exceeding expected combat.
Move back. Where does it hurt?
Let's keep the payload moving.
We have several ults coming online for both the teams here. We've got five, almost 6 ults coming online for Zomnics side. Oh, a big pick up from the McCree on silver.
On the move. Freeze! Don't move.
See May ult coming into play. Trying to get the freeze on some of them. I see bongos from both the sides along with the Moira ult.
Eventually, all become one with the universe. Hold up now.
Decided to try to take the stairways to try to get around.
Easy. Don't move.
Big stun on the hog there. See another May ult coming into play. B comes in to try to get the team together and give them some heals. Lucio almost got the boot. Soldier tried to ult, but the bomb took him out. High Noon coming into play. Does take one. This McCree or Cassidy is absolutely just dominating with his stuns here.
My will made real.
Another big stun coming into play to be able to get him out of there after he got hooked. Ohana's defense is still strong. We got 10 seconds left on the clock. We see bongos coming out. Will Zomnics be able to touch this point? And they will not. Round one is done. Now we will be switching sides and Ohana will have a chance to push this payload.
To one. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Okay, and we are ready for battle. Let's see what we are running here on defense. It looks like we are going with the double shield coming out of Zomnics with the Sigma Orisa with a Junkrat May and a Mercy Moira combo here for support. And on attack, we are running the Reinhardt Zarya classic tank duo with a Doomfist Symmetra and a Lucio Moira. Maybe they're going to try to Symmetra straight to point here. Try to get behind them possibly.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay, they took the Symmetra teleporter to the high ground and they're going to take the way around and go straight to point. Yes. Ohana is already on point. Junkrat is the only one contesting. Now the rest of Zomnics is coming They do get the res on the Junkrat. Reinhardt tried to charge, but Orisa was able to fortify. And it looks like Ohana's having a little bit of trouble here for this beginning push.
Activating the barrier. Barrier is
Repairing the damage.
barrier no longer exists.
They decided to switch over to the Pharah.
Pass this
Heroes never die.
The Sim teleporter up to high ground. Reinhardt does drop down.
I am taking the objective.
And it looks like Ohana had a better time at this second approach here. Mei is on point though. They do get the res on the Sigma. See Tyra coming in from Silver. Might have been a little bit late there to try to keep this point. Doesn't get anybody, but Tim's was able to take Silver out.
destruction.
Barrier activated.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Teleporter online.
We see Mei out coming into play. Reinhardt is able to get out of it by using his charge. See Bongos coming into play as well. Zomnics trying to do their best to try to get rid of this Pharah. See Coalescence coming into play from Ohana. But Zomnics just keeps falling left and right. As Ohana continues to push this point. Only meters left to go. That charge on Silver is so unfortunate. Ohana definitely showing dominance. And they are able to get to this point, and victory goes to Ohana. Congratulations, Ohana, on the win. 3-1.
Play of the game.
GG's to both teams. You both played absolutely wonderful. Zomnics came in swinging and was able to get one map, but Ohana wasn't going to give up absolutely anything. Congratulations, Ohana, on the win of week 2. And until next time, I am your host and caster, Queenie. I enjoyed having all of you guys tune in and watch this amazing game. We absolutely love you all. See you next time. Good night.